you're always the cameraman. I had the perfect shot set up, and you decided to No, dude. People expect this series to be framed bad. At least in the first couple of years we did this show, and we were just holding on to it.
Yeah. Oh,
That had to make people nauseous.
well, if it's supposed to be framed bad, then here. There we go.
Thank you. I say we start doing it vertical style, like
a
off
phone.
the phone. Yeah, off the phone and everything. But before we get to Frozen 2, did this at the beginning of the Mr. Rogers one we shot too. I want to promote our Patreon page a little bit because we've been adding a lot more stuff to that. If you want a good way to support us and to support the channel and everything, go to patreon.com/thecinemasnob. There'll be a link there in the description. You can see these videos a little bit early before they go up. Sometimes we have early snob episodes on there as well, and whenever we do polls. Plus, I've been working on getting like the old archives by season uploaded on there as well, and of the Cinema Snob. So right now I have the first couple of seasons uploaded on there in files that you can download. Plus, earlier I even put up the first draft of another Cinema Snob movie, which is way longer than the shooting script, has a lot of deleted scenes, deleted sequences, deleted subplots, and a third act that's wildly different than what we ended up shooting. So that's worth checking out. That you can also download on there as well. Plus, this was the first draft before there was a spell check or anything on there, so there'll be some fun spelling errors and grammar errors in there as well, so you can have fun with that. But that's all over at patreon.com/thecinemasnob. Were you a big fan of Frozen when that came out? Or were you did you like it, but then got driven nuts by the movie?
Well, a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed the first movie. I was like, yeah, that's a cool movie, and then yes, my the fans kind of drove me nuts.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
I didn't have when we went to go see the first movie. I thought it was a nice surprise. Jake and I reviewed that, and we both really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And we went into it, I think, really with not
skeptical?
The best. Yeah, I don't think with the best of expectations, really. But we came out of it really enjoying the movie, and I never really got driven nuts by it. I mean, I don't have kids, so like, it's not like I'm in that situation.
My kid's 20, so it's not like I watch it.
Yeah, it's not like I'm ever in any situation where it's getting put on in repeat.
Now, I do have two nieces that love Frozen, so I mean,
the biggest annoyance I think I got out of it was when they did that Olaf's Christmas short and put it in front of Coco that was a half hour long, so you had to sit through 20 minutes of previews and then a 30-minute Olaf thing before you could get to Coco. That was annoying. That's about the biggest annoyance that maybe I got out of Frozen. And I've never really I don't listen to Top 40 really, so it's not like I had on a radio station where Let It Go was being played repeatedly. So it's very much still a movie that I enjoyed. And going into the second one, based on the trailers that I saw for it, I didn't really think one way or the other going to the movie. I was like, could be fine, could not be. And whereas the first one I thought was, again, a nice surprise coming out of it, and I did really, really enjoy the movie. This movie, I came out of it thinking, this is surprisingly dull. This is so dull. I'm bored. I am so not interested in a single thing that is going on in this movie. Yeah. I sat there on a script level. I sat there watching this movie thinking, okay, if the Disney remakes need to not exist, the Disney sequels still need to go direct to video.
Right, yeah.
Like, because visually, it's a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
The action sequences are well done. I'll bet it's cool seeing it in 3D. If you go see this like on IMAX or something, IMAX 3D.
We should have went in 3D. Damn.
That adds a. Then I won't be seeing it for free with my unlimited thing. I'll
True.
add $3 to it.
True, but at least I don't know. At least it.
At least the 3D might have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you raise a good point.
Yeah.
Honestly, like at least there would have been that. Like seeing it like IMAX 3D. That might be
Yeah.
kind of cool. No, we were stuck in Dellsville 2D standard with this boring movie. I don't know, man. Like I sat there, again, like I said, like visually speaking, it is gorgeous.
Yeah.
As far as the plot and everything goes, I mean, the nicest thing I'll say is like it's a tiny bit more focused than a usual animated sequel I see, that like Secret Life of Pets 2 with its 3 episodes of something stuck in together in one movie, or Despicable Me 3 Rio 2 where there's not really a main plot, it's just subplots of the movie. This one, yeah, it has subplots, but they kind of come and go as the movie goes along. The movie was just a lot of shit I've seen before. It's a movie where, okay, Elsa's having some voices and some visions about something to do with finding out the truth about her kingdom and her ancestors and magic,
and her
parents or some shit. I don't know. It's another journey movie. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the group of characters going on another long quest through
Yeah.
the woods, through the wilderness, through the mountains. Fantastic. I feel like I've seen 10 of these movies the
Right.
past 2 years, and I'm sure I'll see 10 more in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
As far as these animated movies go. I don't know. I mean, what did you think of this?
I wasn't completely bored. Is it possible to not be bored but still be kind of disinterested? I mean, because that's kind of how I feel. I mean, I kind of feel like
Because it is pretty.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess I followed the plot relatively well. It's just that it did have some holes.
Did it?
Yeah. I thought it had some holes.
Laura
Like,
did too. Laura
Yeah.
went to go see it with us. She thought it did too.
Yeah.
And go ahead and talk about that, because you guys were bringing it up, and Laura was asking me stuff during the movie, and I was sitting there going, I don't know, maybe it's explaining this. I'm just not interested.
Yeah,
so, like, if it did, it probably went in one ear and out the other, so I don't want to come down that hard on it, because maybe the movie did explain shit.
And for the most part, it did.
Uh-huh.
But I do feel like it forgot to dot some I's, cross some T's somewhere. Because so they find out that their mother was from the north and their father was from
Sure.
Arendelle, and then they've and then it turns out that it was the voice was actually her mother the whole time.
Uh-huh.
And then oops.
Don't worry about it.
Oops.
No more spoilers.
okay. And then and then from there there was just the question of, so was her mom magic too then? I mean, so that's so there was that. There was also what they had to destroy.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, why exactly?
I don't know.
They didn't totally explain that.
It was a movie I was just kind of waiting for it to end. Like, I just sat through the movie, and like you and Laura were bringing up some questions, and I couldn't tell you, but I chalked that up to I just didn't care.
Yeah, they were.
I just.
They were like it was a gift, but then they found out it wasn't a gift. So because it wasn't a gift, it needs to be destroyed.
I don't know. Like, I mean, they seem good with the rock biter in it. The rock biter's in this movie, because I've seen that in quite a few of these. And yeah, I don't know. I was kind of going into this waiting to see which song was going to be the next Let It Go.
Which is precisely what. Now I will
Which
say
song
this.
do you think it's going to be? Because there's two choices. Like, when one popped up earlier in the movie, and it was what was the song? Into the Unknown. Where I was like, I think this is gonna be it. I think,
oh, you mean which song is gonna catch on?
Yeah, it's gonna be the Oscar song.
Okay.
The Oscar song, the one that's gonna get like radio.
Show Yourself.
You think that's gonna be it?
Yeah, because it was literally the new Let It Go. Like it was literally
more so than
like the same sequence. Like it was the same sequence.
So is Into the Unknown. They're both practically the same song. The one it was playing earlier. It could be either one of those. Like, Laura leaned over to me during Into the Unknown.
Oh, really?
Going like,
okay.
Oh, I think this is it. And I go, yeah, probably. I go like, it hasn't really earned this moment yet, this early into the movie.
That's kind of why I thought. That's kind of why I thought "Show Yourself" was the.
It could be, but I mean, I walked out of the movie remembering the other song more and thinking like it might be the Into the Unknown one, but I guess it could be "Show Yourself." I don't know. I'm hard pressed to even kind of remember that song now. They both kind of feel like the same sequence.
right.
The same song.
And the same song,
with the same kind of visuals between Into the Unknown and Show Yourself.
Into the Unknown, Show Yourself.
Yeah. I'd put my money on Into... You know what? I am putting my money on Into the Unknown because they play it again in the ending credits.
Oh, okay.
Who knows? Maybe it will be that power ballad that Sven and Christoph sang an hour into the movie with a sweet guitar riff that starts it like they're gonna "Yes is love,
Lost in the woods,
oh Sherry," like complete with the like the other angle of his face and like it becomes a cheesy music video in that scene.
It really does.
Where Sven starts singing along with him. When it hit that point in the movie, before then I was like, maybe I can just chalk a lot of this up to it's not for me because the kids in the audience were having a good time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And a lot of times when I go see a bad kids movie, even the kids in the audience are miserable. This didn't really seem to be the case. So I'm like, maybe I'm just a grumpy old man watching this. But when it hit the part with the reindeer and Christoph singing a song together, then I was like, no, I'm not liking this.
Now here's the thing about that is that I did like how, like, just as the song started, the reindeer actually started talking instead of just him just like talking for the reindeer. I did like that, but then they had to ruin it by going into the song. You know what I mean? So it was almost kind of like a charming like little funny thing, but then they had to like start singing that power ballad.
I know. I was like, I'm expecting the gargoyles to show up any second now from Hunchback.
Oh, from Hunchback.
Not the other gargoyles. No.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah. That throws me off every time I see that trending on Twitter, like there's going to be a Gargoyles movie, and I keep thinking, they're making a spinoff with the Gargoyles from Hunchback? Why do people seem excited about this? I love Hunchback, but I don't like those characters.
Wait, time out. They're actually making a Gargoyles?
I think so. They're making a Gargoyles movie.
Would be badass.
Yeah.
That would be badass.
I think that's why they were trending not too long ago. Those good, not the Hunchback ones.
Yeah. The Disney.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they were both Disney.
Yeah, technically. What'd you think of Jar Jar Olaf?
Jar Jar Olaf. I mean,
what point did that character serve in this movie?
Just a dumbass, comic relief, which
wasn't funny,
right? I was gonna say, which it wasn't really like necessary.
It's too soon after those Dog's Purpose movies, because with Josh Gad's voice, because I kept thinking like it was the damn annoying ass dog that he does the voice of, who's following him around in this film. Yeah, I remember liking him fine in the other movie. In this, He was too annoying in this movie, man. Like, I wasn't really having it, especially because he didn't serve any purpose to any goddamn thing in this film.
This could have been he could have been edited out of this movie, and it still would have been fine. And it still would have been might have actually been better. I don't know.
And the movie was going along,
but kids would have wanted to see Olaf.
Sure, I mean, like, but. Write him into it better than he is in this movie. Like, I don't know.
What was the deal with that song he sang? Everything will make sense when I'm older. It's like basically
need another. Do you want to build a snowman?
I kind of felt like that was like subliminal messaging to kids. You know, just kind of like you know. You may be young and stupid now, but it'll all make sense when you're older.
No, I just sat through this movie. It didn't make sense. Things make less sense when you're older. I'm older now than I was when I saw the first movie. I liked the first movie. I didn't like this one. Things don't get better as you get older.
Valid point. This is kind of contradictory. Yeah.
You lose your hair. You get unhealthier. I think I've aged fairly well. I looked at that, like, there's that whole, like, 2009 versus 2019 thing that's going on now. You compare pictures. I actually kind of looked at that and went, like, actually, I think I look older in the 2009 picture.
I mean,
aside from the hair thing.
So if you don't mind me mentioning that, you know, I haven't done it yet, but I will say back in the day, you were a little heavier.
Yeah. I was a lot heavier.
And then you went on that, like,
I did a calorie diet, lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to know what's funny about that calorie diet is and internet. You'll be interested to know this. This dude ate McDonald's and still lost weight.
Just count the calories, man.
Yeah. This dude ate McDonald's.
Yeah. I mean, that wasn't my regular diet, but like. I didn't give up the fast food.
No. But you definitely you did that. You counted the calories. You were like, all right.
Because I want to enjoy what I eat.
Yeah. You're like, all right. I just had a Big Mac meal, so I'm not eating for the rest of the day.
Or I'll just eat something really light at the end of it. Yeah. So that was. Yeah, it was much heavier. I got to go back in my old clothes and everything instead of wearing all those suits all the time because that covered it up. If anything, that made me look bigger. The hell was I thinking? Like drunk ass. Why did you take
my hairstyle, man?
It is a good hairstyle. We need to get me, you, and Doug in a review together.
that would go over well. Hi, welcome to the Skinheads Review things. Today we'll be looking at Black and Blue.
What? While I'm wearing an F-Salt shirt. I swear it's from Windy City. You don't know that movie? We're in Chicago. The classic Windy City. There is, man... Like, so there's a part in the movie where they try to make you sad. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, who or anything, but, like, there's this, like, death that happens at one point, and I'm like, you're trying to make me sad, but I'm not. I'm so not. In fact, I'm kind of glad this happened in a way. And I was like, you know what? I know they're not gonna stick to this.
Right.
I know they're gonna, like... you know, do a thing at the end where they bring this back. But I was like, but you know what? I was like, if they stick to this, I'll be like, I'll sort of respect it in a way. They don't. Of course not. And so,
because kids would have complained.
And so when the thing comes back, like, when they make up for it at the end or whatever, Laura was sitting next to me and Laura just goes, oh, great. More sad at the resurrection.
You see, people need Mr. Rogers.
No, even Mr. Rogers would be like, that thing needs to go. I mean, this is a weird movie to... Because I know I'm not the target audience for this, but I wasn't the target audience with the first one, and I highly recommended the first movie.
Yeah.
This one, look, I mean, it sounded like kids will really like it. So if you got kids and you
motioning to
want
me?
to go, no, I mean like in the
If you got kids like this guy,
like this sap. Now like. So there's that. Like, as far as animated movie sequels go, I mean, yeah, it's a step above, like, Secret Life of Pets 2,
which
or
isn't
some
saying
shit
much.
like that. But it's not better than Toy Story 4, which came out a few months ago. That was way better than this film.
Is it? That's still on my to see list.
It's good.
Is it?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
That is way better.
Because a lot of
than this
people had
movie.
mixed reviews of Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
I mean, I really enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
I liked it a lot better than that. That was one where I went into it freaking skeptical, as I think most people did.
Yeah.
And came out of it enjoying it. This movie, no, this, like I said, a lot of work went into the animation on this. Like, I know I mentioned Disney's direct-to-video Disney sequels earlier, but it's better animated than those were. It's way better animated than
True.
a direct-to-video movie. Script-wise, it's on par with that.
I miss Return of Jafar.
I don't know if it's better than that.
I used to have that on VHS.
Even me too, unfortunately. I should have watched it before I got that. But overall, like, I don't recommend this. Like, if you just wait until, look, wait until it goes on video, because you're gonna be watching it on video anyway if you got kids.
Well, yeah, you make a good point. Because I was about to say, I mean, it is the holiday season. If you got kids, they're gonna want to see this. But yeah, you're right. I mean, if you've got kids, you're also going to be buying it on DVD. And
wait, man, shell out how much money it takes to go see that.
Yeah, try to stall them. Try to be like, oh, honey, we'll go see Frozen 2 next week or something. You know, try to stall. Try to do what you can, because as soon as you buy it on DVD, it's over, man. It's
Look,
over.
if your choice is between this and Arctic Dogs, this is the better snow animated movie.
By the way, you were talking about scripts in the Patreon.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I still have my Paranoia script.
Ew, burn it.
Really?
I hate that movie.
Damn. Okay.
That script that I wrote when I was like 17.
Damn. Okay. Well.
I like the.
Tell us how you really feel, Brad.
I like the black and white version. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one. All right. But I wrote that movie.
Yeah, no,
God,
I
in the
got
late
you.
90s.
Yeah, no.
God, I can tell.
And I just
that needed a total rewrite.
I mean, I was going through some papers and stuff at home, and I was like, oh, look, Paranoia.
Ew. The black and white version's fine. If you go to thecinemaSnob.com and watch that version, that one's all right.
Oh, look, Paranoia. And then all of a sudden you see Mark, what?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
I think I might have toned some of those down in the alternate cut of the movie. Like, let me try to fix this bullshit script.
Cut out a few of these whats.
Yeah, I'm sitting there going like, let me try to fix this bullshit script in this black and white cut that I made. Oh, God, man.
He's like, burn it. Wow, okay. Well.
It is winter. You gotta keep warm this winter. I get asked at conventions sometimes, they're like, why don't you have copies of Paranoia? And I just go, because I don't like it. It got to a point where, like, years ago when I would sign copies of that, when I would just... I would ask first if they had seen the movie. I go, have you seen this movie? They go like, yeah, I just want to buy a copy. I'm like, oh, okay. So I just spoil the ending on the cover and autograph it. Crossing my fingers that they wouldn't go, I was just kidding. Oops. Sorry. Well, you'd probably predict it anyway.
Wow. Wow.
I would typically, if someone brings it up anymore, I usually just go watch the version online. It's free and it's way better. We should get drunk and watch that sometime.
That'd be fun.
That actually would be pretty fun.
That would be fun.
Have you seen the black and white version?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was gonna say it's better. I mean, yeah, unless you like the DVD version better.
I mean, I seem to remember in the black and white version, you cut me out of like one scene.
Oh, so you do like the DVD version
Well,
better?
hell yeah. More Jared. This movie needs more Jared.
That didn't have anything to do with you. That was just like,
I know.
I don't like the dialogue in this scene.
I got you. I get it.
Pretentious ass movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. All right, so you ready to see 21 Bridges?
Sure.
I'm going to get some onion rings. I'm hungry.
Sure. We'll be right back with the Skinheads review 21 Bridges.
Context? Say it.